Hello and welcome to Innovate Leader Podcast. This is a session where I share some critical leadership values that can enable you as a leader in your journey of building highly productive teams. And today's word is reflective. I just want to think through reflective as being thoughtful as a leader. When you're talking about being reflectful, it's more being thoughtful. It's more thinking through things deeply for you to be able to understand the root cause and possibly the way forward around things. So, from a leadership perspective, and looking at it from an organizational leadership perspective, practicing reflective leadership, what does it mean to you? And how does it relate to you building highly productive team? So we look at three areas that are critical, especially from a reflective leadership perspective. The first one is being a reflective leader helps you to understand or to be aware of yourself, what we call self-awareness, because then you're able to think through things, look at some of the things that you have done in the past, look at some of the things that are ahead of you. What are the learnings that will be able to propel you in a positive direction moving forward? So, and then you'll also be able to understand what are some of the strengths and weaknesses that you have as a person and the teams that are around you in actually execution of whatever you want to execute. So you become aware, not only self-aware, but you also become more what you call team aware of the limitations and of course the strengths that you have as a team. The second aspect that being reflective helps you on, it's actually the aspect of careful observation, because when you are a reflective leader, what you do is then you observe things carefully. You're able to look at the scenarios and things that have happened within your team and within your organization, and actually then make careful observation in terms of what are the things that need some push, what are the things that need some work, what are the things that requires less effort, what are the things that requires more effort, what are the areas of issues, and how then do you allocate it into your in your different teams. So you have this careful observation when you are a reflective leader. And the third is actually the aspect of flexible responses. So remember, you are clear around yourself. You're very clear around your observation and you carefully analyze things. And this is not the bureaucratic way of analyzing things. Then you create or you develop flexible way forward or flexible responses to different situations that you encounter along the way. So this actually helps in terms of also building capacity in your team, because then you're enabling the team also to have the habit of understanding themselves, understanding their surrounding, making careful observations, and also coming up with solutions that are more flexible in terms of responding to different situations. So when you build these capabilities as a leader, then you start seeing some aspect of your team getting more engaged into what you do and into what the team does, that possibly will lead into an aspect of high productivity in the end. So how do you then quickly practice the reflective leadership? Number one is try and create a no zone, a time where you reflect and think about things in a much deeper way. And this could be within your day or within your week, depending on the extent of work that you handle as a leader. The second one is the aspect of become more curious. Try and understand your surrounding more. Try and understand your team more. Try and understand the situations more, so that then you're able to have those careful observation and develop flexible responses. And the third aspect is create accountability mechanism as a leader. Hold some of your team members, some of your peer groups, and even your leaders to hold you accountable, especially in this aspect of taking time to reflect on various matters within the organization. And when you do this, you'll see your team becoming more engaged. You'll see your team eventually becoming developing high productivity in the end. And I hope I've added value to you with this word reflective, and I hope you can be able to practice. My name is Gilbert Angana, or Coach Gilbert. I'm the CEO of Ascent Leadership Group, and what we do is we provide, we are your thinking partners, we're your coaching partner, and we work with you in terms of developing your team through bespoke trainings and masterminds. So engage us for details and more. Otherwise, see you in the next episode for the next one.